good old fashions.
Hey, thanks.
What kind of bourbon you use?
It's just
old-fashioned love
It's just
song.
bullets, nothing fancy.
Rye or bourbon?
Bourbon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Keith, you just said wife. Is it wife or fiance?
He's living in
It's
the
I just don't like saying fiance.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like the French. I don't like.
putting it out in
We
the
need an
universe.
American word for fiance.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. I would my
Toyota.
My pet peeve was always whenever a guy would correct somebody saying, "Hey, does your girlfriend get my fiance?" I'm like,
fiance.
"What the fuck is wrong with you?"
You're French and you're gay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
You're
thought this was
faggot.
America.
You're putting it out in the universe that everything's going to go well and the marriage is going to go well and you're going to stay together. She's
Sure.
my wife already now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man. I just read.
that's what he's doing.
Positive.
Her son introduced me to one of his online friends as her mom's boyfriend, and I was like, shit. It's like 5 steps backwards.
My wife's boyfriend.
Did I say wife's?
No.
I said mom's.
Okay.
That's the other meme.
Yeah, my wife's boyfriend bought me a Switch. You know, it's the cuck memes.
Oh,
I took
Have you ever seen
racism
me
training,
get
and that's
cucked
the
me?
You
paperwork
think
for
cuck-
my racism training.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that.
You guys have to play Find the Typo.
you think closeted cucks like making love to their wife, and they're like picturing them with another guy? Like when I close my eyes, I imagine her fucking someone else.
Did you ever watch Real Sex? Remember Real Sex?
Real
HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like I was like 12, so
This dude was getting his dick sucked, and the whole time he was like, I want to suck a dick. I want to suck a dick. And I was like, this is not hot.
Yeah, I'm not getting. An
I remember there was
real sex on.
there was a thing about like butt stuff,
Yeah.
and there's always a ranch or something, and the lady's like, these guys, they're not gay, they're not weird. I was like, yeah, they're pretty gay and pretty weird.
We were talking about earlier, if you see a girl with cigarette burns on her from her parents, you know she'll let you put it in her butt, probably.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good
So
red-
what
red
kind of
flag.
scars you need to look for?
It's a green
girl?
flag for butt stuff. Red flag for relationships. Green
Yeah.
flag for butt stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Did you find the typo yet?
I mean, I think it's diunital. What is that word?
I don't even know what that is. It's at the bottom in the small print.
I don't see it.
That's Imtitute instead of institute. The People's Imtitute for. It's like
People's
The
Imtitute.
People's
that's like how
Institute.
Buckwheat talks from Little
The
Rascals.
people institute.
My phone number is 554-3454.
What's diunital?
What is that?
this
What is
shit?
this paper
That's
anyway?
from my racism training.
White organizational, cultural, intrinsic values. What the dude?
What's
That's what happens when white people
how-
run shit.
I'm more offended by the fonts. Like some of them are
Offset strangely.
Yeah.
There's no justification. There ain't no justice. See? You see how they do?
control.
Yeah,
See how
like,
they do that?
accountability in bureaucracies is not italicized.
So they had a cool Nation of Islam guy whose whole job was just to be the cool black guy that you look at him and go, he's cool. He had Guayavera shirts and chukka boots and dreadlocks sticking out the back of the bun. And he would do that Muslim thing where they take a word and split it in half and make a conspiracy theory out of it. He's like, they socialize you. They take what you think is social, your friends, and they put them in your eyes. And then you see things different. You see how they do that? That's how you get socialized. And it's like, that's not what that word means. That's not what happens. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. Or it's either that or no-brainers, where he's like, prejudice is prejudging. It's when somebody thinks something about you before they know you. I'm like, yeah, we put that together. It's prejudice.
You prejudging. You prejudging right now.
That's when you prejudge ice. Like this ice is probably taste funky, like it came from a Denny's.
And then every time afterwards, he's like, you see how they did that? And I'm like, they? Who's they? They, them? Are we talking about pronouns again?
Yeah,
Do
are we back to diversity?
people make
Yeah.
racism happen?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
You gotta watch out for the theys.
DEI buffet.
But they did this whole thing, and at the bottom it says
This
their
shit is
organization.
bananas.
And-
It's like a buh and then nanas. You see how they did that?
See how they do?
What is this guy's job outside of going around to organizations?
He probably that is his job.
he
He,
didn't
like
mix
that
it
shit
up
is
doing that.
lucrative.
Yeah.
He's a
He's
a
getting like paid
linguist.
$150,000 a year to be a DEI consultant.
We
know about that.
We know all about this.
Yeah.
But the fucked up thing is that he's probably making like $8 an hour.
Yeah.
And some white chick is making like
Oh,
150 grand. a
Well,
year.
okay. So hey, it's the God Awful Gospel Hour. We've got updates for everyone. We got a full house, and all of us have updates. And Josh's update is that he took racism training on how to be a better racist.
See how they did that? I did sexual harassment training before, and now I'm just perfect because now I know how to be a racist also.
Oh man!
But every time he said
I wouldn't
something, he'd
mind
go,
some
"You see
sex-
how they did that?" And it was like they didn't do it, and nobody did anything.
So, but you said that it was run by 3 people, and none of them were white chicks, right?
No.
Obviously, there was a white chick behind the curtain,
there was
like
a
Wizard
lesbian.
of Oz style somewhere.
Oh, there's a lesbian white chick from San Francisco.
Oh, there's a lesbian white
She
chick.
kept
right.
cussing. We were in a church, and they kept saying "fuck" in church. I was like, "Hell yeah!" The worst thing about the whole thing was the white people. 4 white girls cried at the end, but they were sitting in yoga style on those ass cushions that they provided us. It was a circle of chairs, and in the middle of the circle, there were 6 ash cushions and some fidget spinners in case you feel uncomfortable. They said this is going to be uncomfortable, but I didn't know they were talking about the chairs. It was the plastic chairs. They sucked. But of course, 4 white women and 1 gay Jewish dude took all the seat cushions. So they were entitled to those cushions. And the room is multicultural, diverse, and nobody else got to have any cushions.
You think this is gonna make me uncomfortable? My whole first half of my life, there was a guy with a 6th grade education yelling at me, telling me I'm going to hell for masturbating.
Yeah,
This is nothing.
I have Jewish parents.
You don't know uncomfortable.
I know guilt. I'm from the guilt.
This is just a different group of people telling me that I am evil. You know, it's the same thing. I've had church ladies tell me that I'm a sinner and I'm going to go to hell. So now I just have different kinds of church ladies
these are
telling
just
me that I'm
different
evil.
church.
Yeah.
It's just a different church.
I like the
a more
list of
retarded
things
church, yeah.
because they gave him a little worksheet that says white organizational culture, intrinsic values, and what is it? Relational culture.
So everyone else is relational but us.
What's object oriented? What does that mean?
Oh, that's a programming.
Yeah, it's like a programming
term.
thing.
See, an ob is an ob, and then the eject is like you got rejected. See
So
that's how they do that?
It's how you make like widgets on a computer screen.
Yeah,
You use the
object-oriented programming
object-oriented.
is a big thing.
But the Jewish guy with the 2 cushions was the biggest faggot I've ever seen in my whole life. He sat at the whole meeting on his tummy with his head in his hands like this, like, "Daddy,
His
tell
butt
me a
probably
story."
hurt. His butt was hurting.
He kept performatively picking different fidget spinners and playing with them because he was having so much anxiety about. Now do you know you're a racist all of a sudden? Like you didn't know already? Everybody was so surprised. And it was just overwhelming for a lot of people. But I got to tell a lot of my funny racism jokes because they forced you to talk, and it came around to me a bunch of times. And they do not like when someone else gets a laugh besides the presenters.
Oh yeah.
They are real pissed.
Yeah.
But I have some prepared material. So I got to use a bunch of it. I got to
So,
tell them
so how
about
did that
the,
go? What was the highlight of that?
I told him about the skinhead bartender that gave me a drink on 6th Street, and he was like, "Here you go, brother." And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be your brother." That's the only brotherhood between white people is in the yard, and I'm not ready for that yet. And but because the Muslim guy's name was Brother something, that's how they addressed him, and I was like, "That's nice." When I hear them call you brother, that brings joy and happiness. It's encouraging. But when I hear brother, I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody's bitch.
Unless you get called brother by a black guy, and then that's like the ultimate compliment.
Hell yeah! Oh, I get called the N-word by black people at work all the time.
That's huge.
Because
That's
they're like,
awesome,
"Go
yeah.
put that striping down."
Yeah, so they have the list of like all the things that are white and all the things that are not white. Literally everything they list for things that are white are how you make money.
Right. It's
Reason, statistics, rules, linear, technology, quick professionalism,
yeah.
experts, individualism, efficiency.
And there was no clapping. There was this.
if you.
They did not do the fucking snapping.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
And
Oh my god!
And the white women picked it up so quick and started doing it before everyone else. And I was like, "Are we gonna do the horse thing?"
Dude, yeah. Oh, I'm so into that.
God, I'm so hard right now.
So yeah, all the black people stuff or minority stuff is like relationship oriented, emotion, stories, creativity, analysis, whole picture, long term. This is just chick stuff.
Yeah.
This is woman things.
Yeah.
You might as well split this into man and woman.
You
So
know what
basically,
that
what
is?
they're saying
You know
is
what
that
that
black
is?
people are chicks and Hispanics are chicks. Everybody who's not white's a girl. Is
That-
that what they're saying?
That is a horoscope right
Yeah,
there.
right.
That's just they took a
Astrology.
bunch of random words
Those are the
and
red
just put
flags
them on
for
a paper. That's all
Borderline
it is.
personality disorder markers.
I like how it says that if you only do the white stuff, then it's like what does it say? White privilege.
Yeah, white privilege is at the
Control,
bottom.
bureaucracy.
Control. Yeah.
All the
yeah.
white stuff, if you read that list, that's how every organization has ever made money ever.
Right.
In all of time.
Right.
And in the right column is how women waste money.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like success or
Yeah.
not. And
So-
it's from the People's Imtitute.
So one of the
Imtitute.
things on the non-white people values is grassroots knowledge. And Josh, who was the third person who was running this thing?
Oh, it was an old Native American.
Oh.
My creator has brought me here to teach you. And he got in a fight with the black girl about where humanity came from. She was like, I'm proud. First they went around and asked every white person, what do you like about being white? And
What'd you say?
I said, I like that they don't know I speak Spanish, so I can hear them talking shit.
That would be so
About my
funny
wife's
if
ass in the
the
grocery store. And I'm like, que sabrosa, güey.
that would be so funny if the Native American guy's really racist towards black people. He's like, it was the Great Spirit in word.
The darkness is coming.
Everything was great in our native land before the dark was brought to there. We thought it was the great white spirit, but they cursed us with the darkness. Yeah.
They were just lubed it up for the darkness to come.
Yeah.
So he said that the African girl said, I'm proud to be from Africa where all humanity is from. And he was like, wait a minute. All humanity came from here, from the ground beneath us here in our native lands. So he thinks that like Adam and Eve were in Minnesota or something.
Oh, he's Mormon.
And they got a little heat in there. Like, we'll talk about it later. And I was like, nobody knows where the first human was.
Let's just get all these whites out of here, and then we can talk about it. Get all the whites out of here, and we'll have this conversation.
But yeah, they were like, it's a non-answer if you're saying Spanish because black people can speak Spanish too and hide it. So pick another answer.
So you don't get that privilege because that's not white privilege.
Yeah.
Basically what they want you to say, I think what they want you to say is, the thing I like most about being white is that I'm not a minority.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to say.
Every answer that they came up with was so they could go, yo, it must be nice that you get to, and it was all, I don't get pulled over. And I just said, I've gotten jobs by shaking hands and looking somebody in the eye because my dad told me to. But I didn't know that meant like, go let them know you're white.
Right.
Like, shake their hand and look them in the eye, and then you'll get the job. It's like, yeah, I will.
What's your favorite thing about being white? Coming from a pure bloodline.
Not getting a little bit fat and immediately getting diabetes and passing away.
It's more socially
slightly
acceptable.
obese and not have to go get dialysis.
Being able to hear the smoke alarm when the battery's going out.
It's more socially acceptable to make a baby with one of my relatives.
Right.
See how they did that?
See how they did that?
Yeah, they did that.
That's good, Heath. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, snaps.
Snaps all around.
I can't believe they did the fucking snap thing. That's so stupid. I thought that stuff was done. I thought that like they were getting rid of that kind of stuff. That's what all the Business Insider headlines keep telling me, that they're backing off on all that stuff. But I guess there's still some of it around.
I'm surprised they had you meet in a church. Yeah.
Well, that's the new church. That's the new religion.
It's a new religion, but I mean, I would think that the city would be like,
It wasn't in the main. It was in the community room. They were talking about well-meaning white women, and that a lot of the racism that happened was the woman behind the man, which we've joked about that before. That's how slavery started. Was some woman had a bunch of chores around the house, and the husband was like, "You can help with it," and she's like, "Or someone else can." It's dead. I don't have to do all this. Why do I?
I was minding my business in the store, and he just came in there talking his jive. Boom, Emmett Till.
I guess my white privilege set in late because I was always getting pulled over when I was younger.
oh yeah.
It took until I turned about and got into my 30s that all of a sudden cops just stopped pulling me over.
Yeah.
Also, it helped that I started leasing brand new cars.
Yeah.
So maybe car quality has part to do with it.
Yeah, I got
you
pulled
know?
over for having my hat backwards, and they searched the car because there was wires on the floor. They're like, "Are you making a bomb?" And I was like, "There's a brand new head unit. What do you fucking think happened?"
Yeah.
I'm not making bombs. I'm 16.
Right. Yeah.
I did make a lot of pipe bombs before I was 16, but that's
But not, but also not in my car. Like I was never like transporting pipe bomb making shit.
I don't use wires in my bombs. You uneducated fuck.
yeah. I'm not from the sand cinnamon places.
I actually had I had an example of black privilege yesterday whenever we went to Cap City.
Privilege.
Oh.
Because we walked in the door, right? And you know how when you walk into Cap City, there's like a little hallway, and then there's the counter where you either buy tickets or whatever. But this time there was a security guy standing kind of like maybe 6 feet in the door from when you walk in.
Yeah.
And it's a black dude. And me and Josh walked in the door, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" We're like, "Hey, what's going on?" As we're walking past him, walking towards the thing, and he waited like a good beat to ask us for our licenses,
What kind of beat?
like a very hip hop beat, right?
Hey,
And
license, please.
and I took one extra step than he was not expecting me to take to let Josh get in the door to where we're not standing in front of the door with the guy. And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! I was about to tackle you." Because I was walking past, he thought that I was just ignoring him because I took one extra step as he started to say, "Let me get your license." And if it was a white guy, I'd have been like, "Really, dude? Really?"
Yeah.
That one extra step was the dividing point between between you tackling me because I was trying to get in before you could check my ID. But he was a black dude, so I was just like, "Oh, sorry, man." So that's his privilege. He didn't.
Yeah.
He had way less shit to deal with, and I was way cooler with him because I was like, "Oh, it's just a cool black guy."
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, man. You know.
Hey,
Did you say it like that? Hey, yo, sorry, brother. No,
I tell you,
Quentin Tarantino'd him.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't like it when white people give me a nickname, but I love it when a black person
Hell
gives me a
yeah.
nickname.
hell yeah, T-Bone.
Yeah, like a white person, like I'm gonna call you fucking biscuit, or like I'm like fuck you, get the fuck it. And then like a black guy will be like, I'm gonna call you doo doo pants. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm doo doo
I'll
pants.
take it. Can I get a pass with it? How many? So they're talking about well-meaning white women, and then they were telling stories about how they kept finding mixed babies dead in the plantation times, because the wife of the plantation owner would get pissed that the daddy went and spent an evening in the slave quarters.
So she would get pregnant and then abort that baby.
they would have the baby. They'd have a mixed baby, and then the wife of the plantation owner, the white lady, would see it and just murder it and leave it around, throw it down the well or whatever.
Nice.
So it's another kind of well-meaning white women.
Hey.
That's the original welfare queen. They were talking about quilt culture, and this lady was talking about how much they loved quilts and hanging quilts, and this is women's workmanship that they can make these quilts and hang them on the wall. And I was like, who made the wall? I've never seen no woman make no walls. Hire somebody. You wouldn't have shit to hang your quilts on if there weren't dudes around.
Josh, that sounds like
Uh-oh. You're going to find me on the ground.
I'm gonna find you on here. That sounds like
Experts.
Yeah, that's definitely experts. And compared to creativity,
I don't
so
understand. Experts? Is that supposed to be a bad thing?
all these are the bad things.
Yeah.
Leadership development. How is that
Linear.
There's no leadership development.
There was a woman talking about how hard it is to walk through the world as a black person. I was like, most of the world, you're good.
Right.
There's just some little parts of the world where it's not good for
Right.
you, but same with whites.
You
Same
in the
with-
wrong part of town.
Yeah, I'm not welcome some places too.
That's true. I went to this rodeo one time in El Monte in East LA, and it was a rodeo in a parking lot of like a office complex.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, it was not comfortable for me to be at that rodeo. Like it was not a place for me and mine, and I'm pretty sure
Was it very spicy?
it was a very caliente,
Very caliente,
if you will.
I
Yeah.
got raped and jailed by a huge black guy, and that was an uncomfortable conversation.
The People's Imtitute for Survival and Beyond.
My phone number.
Do
is
not
funded
reproduce
into-
without permission.
No.
It's like, no, I'm good.
Well,
Can I
bring it around.
edit it? Can I edit it?
I'm good on that.
Can I circle that in red? And then the last thing was, so the one lady said, in the words of the great Bob Marley, until the philosophy which holds one race superior to another, started doing the lyrics of the song. And then the other black lady next to her was like, you making me want to sing the song. And I was like, that was Haile Selassie. Bob Marley didn't write that. It doesn't rhyme. It was an address to the UN from the Prime Minister of Ethiopia in 1962. Bob Marley took it and made a song out of it. And they are telling us that in the word, it's a quote from Bob Marley.
I think
so they had it wrong.
I think that under white privilege or the white people stuff, you should put actually, because that is the whitest shit. Actually,
in the
Bob
words-
Marley did not write that.
In the words of the great Bob Marley, I did not shoot the sheriff, but I shot the
you
deputy.
must have learned he quoted that from the Imtitute.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
So we ran out of time last time. You didn't get to tell us about your grandma. Your grandma's name. You have two.
Oh, yeah. So it's kind of a cute story. When you're growing up, you don't realize how like things that are normal for you aren't normal for like other families.
Yeah,
People have
common
like
courtesy.
their normal. People have like their normal family stuff, and then you get older and you're like, oh, that's weird. Like my grandma, we called her Mama Two. Everybody in my family called her Mama Two. So it was just what we did. I didn't have any other grandparents except my Mama Two and Daddy Two. Yeah, and oh shit, I just fucked the joke up.
What about the other grandma?
Okay,
The other
disregard. The jury will disregard what I just said.
Strike from the record.
Strike that from the
You
record.
have two sets of grandparents.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two sets of grandparents, but okay. So we called my grandma Mama Two and my granddad Daddy Two. God, I just fucked it up. There's just no way this is gonna work.
I can help you. Your sister stayed with her, and she was scared.
Oh,
She
it was
missed her mom.
it was so my cousin. It was my cousin.
She's crying for
so-
her mama.
You can't help, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my cousin was like 4 or 5 years old, maybe like 3. She was like 3 or 4, and my aunt took her to my grandma so she would babysit, and my Mama Two's, and she was upset that her mom was leaving, and she kept going, I want my mama, and my grandma was like, it's okay, baby, I'm Mama Two. And it was really sweet. And so she just started calling her Mama Two, and then everybody starts calling her Mama Two, and then by default, my granddad gets called Daddy Two, and it's all real sweet and special. And there's a similar story with my other grandma, who definitely existed. Except we don't call her Mama Two, we call her huge bitch.
She died doing what she loved, being a huge bitch.
Hateful old hag.
So it's been an eventful month, right? Everybody had things that they did. Heath just did the funniest person in Austin yesterday.
It's bullshit and rigged, and
He got run through the ringer for the first time.
God, the gatekeeping in this town. Fuck.
What's
you
the
did it.
deal?
Now
What's
you
the
busted
deal?
your
You
cherry.
just have to bring a.
Yeah, it's a bringer show.
Yeah.
I got 6 people to come.
Yeah, I mean, you're proving
Oh,
that
my
you got
entire
6
life.
people to come.
Talented.
That's
My entire
crazy.
life, I've gotten
so
6
both
people to
hands, your mouth, your butt,
Yeah.
and both
Yeah.
your feet.
So the 3 guys that won were all very funny. So I thought it was just one person moving on, and when I heard 3, I was like, oh, I might make it.
Yeah.
And then negative. I had a really good set though, so I'm pretty happy with it.
That was good. I thought you were great.
I mean, I enjoyed your set at Luster Pearl more because it felt more casual.
It was the exact same thing. Except, yeah.
Yeah. It was, well, you know, I didn't have to drive 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
a little
big.
bit closer.
Yeah, that's big.
I am retiring from stand up for the next month.
What's
Good,
going
it's too
on?
hot.
What's happening?
I need to. It's just been. I'm getting kind of like burnt out on it, and I need to. I'm gay. No, I'm just taking I'm gonna like work on writing some stuff and getting like my EPK ready and trying to get like booked on actual shows.
Yeah.
And I need to
What's
hit the
a
gym.
EPK?
I need to hit the gym a little more because I'm doing that weight loss thing. So I need to like get back on track. EPK, it's an e-press kit,
Okay.
and basically it's just like your bio, your headshot.
Okay.
I
I sent one of those to
video.
Dave and Buster's to try to get on that one.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. I'll send you the link.
What is this?
Okay.
That's your headshot and your clip and
Wait,
What do you
does
need-
Dave &
Oh,
Buster's
Submit to
have
try
to
to
do?
David
get
Buster's
booked.
doesn't run the comedy show, do they?
it was whatever they sent me. I've messaged the Dave and Buster's comedy Instagram and said, how do you get on there?
Oh.
Because I was hoping they do one south here, but I don't feel like going up to research to do it.
So I'm gonna put more effort into that, and I don't know. I'm just gonna like. I feel like my material sucks, so I'm just gonna.
Well,
It doesn't suck. I just feel like it's all this. I feel like it's all the same like dick and sex jokes, which I enjoy.
So we
but-
watched a movie last night called Babes. It's written by Pamela Adlon, and it was 2 girls just being so supportive of each other and loving, and like, you got this, girl. You go. They're just, that was their job as best friends, and I was like, guys never do that. So Chris, you got this, buddy. You're the great man. Heath, Slay King.
Thanks.
Slay King.
I gotta go.
Donnie, you're the best guy I've ever known in my life.
Hell yeah.
It feels about as gay as having our fingers in each other's butts.
Yeah,
Just
it
say
does,
something
it does.
nice. Even my therapist doesn't say nice things.
You can do it. You can do it, Josh. If you
For your
you can do it. Actually, let me help.
You stop being so gay. Yeah.
Bitch, you're amazing,
Dude,
bitch.
so I just was gone for 2 weeks driving. I basically did a tour where I didn't get paid any money,
How many miles you do?
like 2,900.
Nice.
So I was watching Hotel TV the entire time, and I kept seeing trailers for this movie called It Ends With Us, and it looks so bad.
What is it?
It's based off some like chick novel about these two women who are friends, and one of them's in an abusive relationship / love triangle with two guys.
Yeah, amazing,
and it's
bitch.
Blake Lively and Jenny Slate. And so Jenny Slate is like the supportive Yas Queen You Go friend or whatever. But the clips that they showed, the scenes, the acting was so bad, and the dialogue was so horrible. It's the most like woman, it felt like 50 Shades of Grey style. It looked so bad, but apparently it's gonna like make shitloads of money because they'll all go see it.
Yeah.
I guess it was a really big book or something, but it was one of the, and I just kept seeing the trailers for this and like seeing like all this hype for it, and I was like, ugh. It felt a little bit like how Star Wars feels now.
He's gonna watch the movie. He's gonna be like, "I hate that movie. It was so bad. I've
Yeah.
watched it 12 times."
I'm gonna go see it I'm gonna go see it like Titanic, like all those girls who would go see Titanic over and over.
Oh God.
You know how they stop racism with dialogue. That's when they used to hang the man from the tree because he died on a log. You see how they do that? That's how they do that. And Chris, you went to California. You've heard the news that everyone in California has COVID, so you decided to take your children there.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of silly stuff that happened. One thing is that my stepmom, who's from Missouri, said the N-word at the dinner table in front of my my sister and her
Was this a
husband.
dish that she cooks? Does she make in potatoes?
She made the end potatoes. Yeah. She's like, "Oh, this is the end potatoes."
somebody
Wait, why
pass the end
did I
rice?
do that? That is not her.
To be
voice.
clear,
Uncle
that's
Ben's-
just potatoes with seasonings on
She
it.
doesn't say Uncle Ben's rice. She says N-word rice. Somebody pass the rice.
Can you pass the
More like Uncle Tom's rice.
the N-word lady syrup? I call it Aunt Jemima, but it's
And I still have an Aunt Jemima syrup bottle.
oh, you do.
Nice.
From
That's
I guess it's
limited
4
edition.
years old now at this point.
Put it up there
Yeah.
next to the car, dude.
But I was like, I'm keeping this.
Yeah, you keep
I'm keeping
that.
this.
Yeah.
And then
Can we have anything anymore? They're going to take everything from
You're
us.
gonna take everything
Yeah.
that I cared about,
This is
like
the
Aunt
Goonies.
Jemima's
See
syrup.
this quarter? This was my wish. This is my dream down here, and I'm taking it back.
This was my syrup. Yeah. So a couple months ago, I went to my mom's house and I was looking for like some old like toys or something that I had when I was a kid, and I was going through like the closets in her extra bedroom, and at the top of the closet, I saw an empty Aunt Jemima bottle, and I said, "Oh, you're doing it too. You're keeping one too."
Yeah.
There's glass ones. The glass ones are like the Mexican Cokes of Aunt Jemima.
From my cold dead hand.
Dude, did you know the Mexican Cokes have a sugar warning on them?
They do.
Yeah, it says warning has excessive amounts of sugar.
That was from some racism shit because they make Coca-Cola in Mexico and they do all the toxic runoff in the rivers.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of fat Mexican kids because you can get Coke in a Ziploc bag down there. Just drink. There's no glass bottles.
Really?
Yeah, in certain places, poor places in Mexico, there's like street vendors that will give you like a baggie of Coke, and you just sup it out.
I wouldn't mind having a baggie of Coke.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Sounds right up my
That's why they
alley.
recycle those bottles, and they're worth 5 cents, and they're valuable.
Yeah.
But all those kids are fat. 'cause
So
they-
Chris was supposed to join us for our little video
I know.
chat.
Yep, I fucked it all up.
And then he was like, "Oh, there's some stuff going on," and then we just never heard from him again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he
it's
was
the entire
supposed to
time.
be on that plane with us that crashed,
free birded,
but he
his way
somehow
out of there.
managed to avoid it.
there were
You're gonna get
What's
Final
the guy?
Destination
What's the
now.
country singer that didn't get on the plane?
Leonard Skinner.
No,
No, it
for
was,
the Buddy
it was,
Holly.
Waylon Jennings.
You were
Oh, it's
Waylon
Waylon.
Jennings.
Dude, have you ever heard that story?
no Waylon Jennings. Was
Okay,
supposed
so
to be on the
Waylon
plane.
Jennings was in Buddy Holly's band. And that night that they got on the plane, Waylon Jennings and another dude flipped a coin to see who would take the bus and who would get on the plane. And the other dude won.
I have heard
And Buddy
this.
Holly goes up to Waylon Jennings and he goes, "Well, I hope you enjoy that bus ride in that cold bus whenever I'm going to be in the warm plane." And Waylon Jennings goes, "Well, I hope your plane crashes."
I thought that was all something people came up with after the fact. I thought the guy was sick, and Waylon Jennings gave him his seat because
white people
sick.
don't lie about that.
No, Richie Valens was sick because that was in La Bamba. Richie Valens got on the plane
sure they
because he
don't.
was sick, and they were like, "Yo, you go on the plane because we don't." But there was like one more seat on the plane,
Yeah.
and Buddy Holly flipped with another guy for it, and he lost the coin flip.
I blame the Big Bopper. He was definitely
He was too heavy.
fucking Big Bopper.
Yeah.
He put
Yeah.
the plane
Put
over.
the
the
plane
plane.
over-
baby. Every fucking
Hey,
50s
baby.
musician was a pedophile. I'll back that up with facts.
Make America great
Sweet little
again.
16.
Yeah.
Every single song is about your 16th birthday because that's the age of consent.
I'm gonna
Bow.
smell your hair while you're sleeping, babe. I miss you.
Then I kiss your eyes.
So how was
Steven, stop. Get off of me, Steven. What are you doing? I'm kissing your eyes, baby. Just let me kiss your eyes while you sleep.
you can do
Get
whatever
out of
you
there.
want.
Get out of here, Steven. Oh, that way? You want me to walk that way?
It's still better than whatever Chuck Berry did.
Sweet emotions. It was fine until they
Maybelline.
wrote novels. Until
Yeah.
they wrote biographies about it, then they
Right.
all got in trouble.
And then
Maybe-
Well, even then, they weren't in trouble because like Anthony Kiedis wrote Scar Tissue, and
Yeah.
if you read Scar Tissue now, it's him banging 14-year-olds when he's 25.
Yeah.
And nobody cared in 2006 or whenever that
He
came
put
out.
hashtag satire at the last chapter.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I was just kidding.
Maybelline, why can't you be true? Because you keep pissing in my asshole, Chuck.
So you were in California, you were supposed to remote with us, and then your whole family got COVID, like immediately?
My stepmom got sick, and then my son got sick. Everybody else was fine.
Okay.
Everyone else made it.
From COVID?
Yeah.
How's that possible when that's a Democrat hoax?
Yeah.
When that's the 5G was passed
Plandemic.
among.
That's a Democrat hoax.
So yeah,
Technical foul.
my stepmom got punished for saying the N-word. That's what happened there. And
Oh,
no,
God.
I'm, I'm just kidding. No, with
God
the
is
COVID,
black.
Yeah,
That's
God
not- see how
sent
they do
COVID
that?
for saying the N-word.
In California, if you say
DEI
the
Jesus came for you.
in California, if you say the N-word, they tie you to a post and whip you with a whip.
that was one of my jokes I used to do on stage. I said
It's a
that
dialogue.
I was basically quoting somebody saying the N-word, and I said, and I would say the word, but I don't want to get lynched. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, everything
You
was
go do some
good.
bicycling?
Except, what was that?
You rode some bicycles?
Rode some bicycles, hung out with family. Probably like the funniest moment was my dad plays pool. He's like really good at pool. He's in like a league, and so he's like, "Hey,
Joe Rogan fucked your mom? Is what you
he's like, yes, Joe Rogan fucked my mom."
That's why you're so funny.
Pool and stand-up comedy take the most skill. Oh, and fighting take the most skill.
And
So
selling
that's what I
pills.
do.
Selling pills takes a lot of
And
skill.
selling and shilling for supplement companies.
Wearing the wrong shirt and lactating during your live Netflix special. It takes a lot
That
of
takes-
skills.
I'll tell you what, I hear that RFK Jr. is a pretty good pool player, and he's the only one that I really like.
Pull that up, Jamie.
Yeah, put the
Well,
balls
yeah.
in the holes.
Yeah.
So why you took your dad to a
Oh,
parlor?
so my dad was like, "Hey, come watch the league play." I was like, "Okay, sounds." He's like, "Bring the kids."
Where does
Hey,
this happen?
Bring like Dana Point.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't
You know
what
Dana
that is.
Point.
Yeah,
That's where
it's Orange County.
Orange
The
County.
pool
Yeah.
hall?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Bulls
like
in it,
halfway
yeah.
between L.A. and San Diego.
It's
Yeah.
basically like on the coast
Is that
halfway.
like why
between-
y'all
Yeah.
were there? Was for his championship?
No, not
This
at all.
determines the
No,
next round
no.
robin, does it not?
It's
I gotta.
Walter.
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
So I'm like, well, Dad, it's at a bar, right? Like, can we bring the kids? He's like, that's a good question. He's like, let me call the team captain for the pool team. And I'm like, how about you call the bar? He's like, no, I'll call the team captain. So he calls the team captain. And he's like, yeah, this is what Mike says.
I got a guy.
Mike says, walk in there like you own the place
Yeah.
and just walk straight to the back and they won't give the kids any problem. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So we get down there. I'm not fucking kidding me. You're not fucking kidding you. We walk into the fucking bar and within, I don't know, 1 second, the bartender's like, there's no kids allowed in here.
we don't serve their kind here.
We don't serve their kind. And by their kind, I mean
hard
under
sound. I'm not doing
21.
that.
And then after that, you like chastise the kids. I told you to walk in like you own the place, not like you're a little fucking baby.
You are such a
You guys
bitch.
walked
God,
in
you suck.
too
God,
meekly.
my kids are always
So
fucking
meekly.
everything up.
You know what I just realized, Josh? Chris doesn't get that joke.
Chris has kids. You just realized that? Oh,
We don't allow your kind in here.
We don't allow their kind in here.
Wait, that's from
Wars.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking from South Park.
No, it's the when they walk in, the cantina
Everything
scene,
from
right?
South Park
Everybody
is
knows
from
the
Star
cantina
Wars.
scene, right? The dun 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 dun.
That's jizz music.
Yeah, it's called jizz. That's literally the name of the kind of music.
See how they
It's
did
called
that?
jizz.
See how they do that?
See how they do that to you?
I'm gonna make some jizz music right now.
Oh.
Right now.
Let's take a break so we can make that jizz music, and we'll be
And
right
we're back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
And we're back. Sorry, we had to top off our drinks, but Chris was telling a story about how
Your dad puts balls in holes.
This was
Dad-
off during the slurs, right?
his dad plays things. Oh yeah,
All right.
all your N words and C words and Z words.
G words.
So yeah,
So we walk in.
So he calls the guy, and then immediately when you walk in, they're like, "We don't serve their kind."
He's
here."
like, no kids.
Yeah.
And so my dad's like, oh, come here. And he takes the guy over to the side, and I see my dad. He's like, and the guy's like,
Nice.
I'm
Baseball umpire shit.
Yeah. It's
Just kicking
totally
dust at him?
Yeah, it's totally baseball umpire shit. So he walks back over to us, and I'm like, "So we got to get out of here." He's like, "No, it's fine. Kids can stay."
Yeah, I told him I was gonna stab him.
Yeah, I'm like, "What do you mean the
Fucking let
kids
my
can
fucking
stay?"
kids in here, I'll
like
stab
this
you up.
this guy's gonna risk his liquor license in the state of California to let my kids hang out to watch you play pool, and he's like, "Yeah, pretty
Well, it's
much."
not L.A.
Yeah.
and it's not the border. It's what was you say, Deltona or whatever the fuck?
Don't-
It's not a real town.
Now, if you
They don't
guys
go
weren't
there.
white, do you think he'd have done it?
I don't have a concept.
Yeah, see how they
of
do that?
There was
See how
no
they
not
did
white
that?
people in that place. There was another thing that happened in there. We got out of the car, and there was this dude in the parking lot. And the minute that we got out, he immediately just like is looking at Kristen and Miranda, and I was like, "Oh, geez, did I use real names? I guess I used real names." And so he's like looking at them, and I'm like,
Give their social security numbers.
"Okay, this guy."
Yeah, because there aren't 5 million Christians in South Austin. Go ahead.
The only person with a weird name here is Heath, and he wants his name out there, so it's great.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So this guy was like looking directly at them, like immediately the minute they get out of the car, and I'm like, okay, you got creeper number one over here. So we go in the bar. The whole thing happens. We sit down. Me and my dad and Jacob go and play pool, and I look over, and the dude is at the table with all the women, and I'm like, okay, here we go. So I walk over there, and immediately he walks away. I go, so I'm like, you guys made a new friend, huh? And Kristen's like, oh, he was so nice. He just came over to the table, and he was like, I don't know which of you three is more beautiful. And I'm like, that's not nice.
That's a good metric by which to judge humans. What about the content of our character?
What about what Bob Marley said?
Yeah, we didn't
The
land on Plymouth
content
Rock.
of our
Plymouth Rock landed on
No,
us.
no, Chris. The snake said that God just doesn't want us to eat it because he's jealous.
Oh, that's what that's right.
That's
He came
what
over
we
and-
have to
That's
do.
right.
And he said, one of
That's
you
right.
girls is much more pretty than the other two.
And then he just walked away and
Yeah.
let the chaos.
And let the chaos
Yeah.
ensue. Yeah.
I don't know which of you is the most beautiful. Well, there's only one of you, and you're the most gross dude. Here.
You're the most
So you
stinky,
win.
like stale alcohol. Dude.
I always used to go up to, this is why I never got laid. I was always go up to the table of women, and I would be like, can you guys watch my beer while I go take a shit?
Man, that's a killer line. That's
Yeah.
That's so good.
I wish the girls that I did that to had the same attitude towards it that you did. They'd be like, I'll come back and be like, thanks, I didn't wash my hands.
My hands are wet because I pee on them.
We used to have the sex offender challenge, where if you had to walk up and introduce yourself to like a girl or a group of girls and say, "Hi, my name's Donnie, and I am legally required to tell you that I am a sex offender. How you guys doing?" And see if you could get any numbers.
My friend says, I think you're hot. That one works good. Or buy the
My
girl the
friends- that's
shittiest,
pretty
cheapest
good.
drink in the bar and be like, you're trash here.
So did any of these things ever work? No, that never wored. Yeah.
It also happened when we were like 8 drinks in, so we
Right.
probably were like, "Oh, sex offender. Can I get your number?"
Yeah.
Like all I heard was
I'm a sex offender, want to fuck.
No, those things work right before last call. When
Yeah.
There's whatever skank is left.
you're just like scraping them off the bar kind of thing.
The first girl I was ever with, I told her that I had never had my, I was a virgin, and she was like, "You have to experience life with me in my pants," and I was like, "No, I'm waiting for it to be right, to be romantic."
Yeah, that's that's romantic right there. She's like, I'm gonna help you
Yeah.
with your penis
That's the
situation.
most romantic gesture anyone's ever made.
The most romantic thing a woman could do for a virgin is de-virgin him.
You
Right.
need to experience
right,
life, and
yeah.
by life I mean my pussy.
Right. Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
I mean
go.
that's what it was like growing up, like hardcore, like evangelical Christian or whatever. There's so many nights in my 30s, right as I was falling asleep, I go, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
You remember something, and you're like, "God damn it!"
I said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I said the wrong Bible verse. You and
Yeah.
I both lost it at 22. I waited
Yeah,
because church told me to.
dude. The first girl,
It was the year 2000
dude,
for me.
the first girl I ever had sex with was a trooper because she was like, we did it with a condom first, and she's like, "You were a virgin, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Do you want to take the condom off and see what that's like?" I was like, "Sure." She was like, "Don't come inside me." And I swear to God, I stuck my dick in, and then I went, oh. And she was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm fucking with you."
Like the retarded guy. Oh.
She was like, "That's not funny." I was like,
Sorry, I can't stop joking. That's why I don't get laid. So Donnie, you went to Clinton's birthplace.
Yeah, so I went on a almost 2 week long trip. We started.
I was
in the
born in that
Metroplex,
house.
and then we drove to.
And then
we
I
drove
fucked
to
the
Memphis
nurse.
in one day. And this is a picture of the house that Bill Clinton grew up in, I guess. In Hope,
Allegedly.
Arkansas.
Yeah. I did not grow
Yeah.
up in that woman.
Yeah. So then we went to Memphis and that's Beale Street. That's like their tourist trap.
I did not bust on that woman's titties.
Every town has a gay ass 6th Street full of bars.
Yeah, this was just a tourist trap. I guess in the 50s or whatever, it was a cool place
There's
to go.
the barricades. They close the road down at night.
Yeah,
That was in
And it looks
Arkansas.
like they don't need horses there.
yeah.
They
This
just
is
use
this is
metal.
in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, Memphis, yeah.
Must be nice.
So yeah, we did all that stuff.
There's the pyramid,
Yeah,
the
the-
sixth biggest pyramid in the world.
Yeah, and it has a giant freaking
Shark Tank.
Bass Pro Shop sign
That's what
on
it
it.
is. No, it is a Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, it is a Bass Pro Shop in there.
It is a Bass Pro Shop.
Okay.
I've been in there.
Yeah.
There's a whole
Yeah.
Shark Tank in there.
Nobody knows how it was built, by the way.
The pyramids, yeah.
Yeah, that pyramid.
That right, yeah.
How did they get this Bass Pro Shop in here? The ancient civilizations were.
Alien.
ancient,
I think they were more advanced than we
the
give them
ancient
credit for.
Mississippi River Indians. You should have asked that guy how they built that pyramid in
My
Memphis.
creator has brought the Black Bass Pro Shop
Yeah.
here.
To attract the white man, so that he will build,
There's our
so
trap.
that he will bring horses and fire water,
Yeah.
Fire sticks.
Amazon fire sticks.
Dude, the Indians were just like Frankenstein. Everything bad was fire. Fire bad. Fire water bad. Fire stick bad.
Fire blankets.
Fire wife man bad. Fire blankets.
Fire blankets.
What were we saying? The reason why classical music is all Eurocentric is because we learned how to write things down first.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, why all the classic music is from Austria? Classical music is all Eurocentric. And I'm like, well, they had classical music in Africa, but they didn't know how to use a pencil
Right.
or write something.
They didn't write it down for it to be played later.
Sorry that we learned how to record history.
It was
first.
all on mixtapes, and they didn't last.
History is written by the winners and the people who know how to write things.
There's a guy in Africa with the trunk full of scrolls.
Hey, what about me? I got classical music. Yeah, that's folk music. That's world music. Shut up.
That's how jazz was invented.
Jizz.
Yeah, so this is
Yeah, they did
Elvis's
that.
living room. They wouldn't let us go upstairs and take pictures of the toilet he died on.
That's bullshit. That's the reason I would want to
yeah.
go.
Yeah, that was his dining room. This is kitchen. This is the jungle room where he recorded an album.
That's where he.
This is the
fucked.
best room. This is his
See how
man
they did
cave.
that?
This had like all the.
He's
awesome,
got a white
like-
monkey? That's fucked up.
Yeah, this is.
Dude, it's crazy that
Does he have to
Elvis
steal everything
lived-
from black people?
Dude, it's crazy
Still
that
rock and roll and monkeys?
if Elvis's house was in Austin, it'd be like $7 billion.
yeah,
No.
yeah. And so he was like a total like tech nerd, but he's like the 1970s version of a tech nerd.
Those are the
so he
TVs
had
he didn't
3
shoot?
TVs.
Look
He-
at those TVs didn't get shot.
No,
They're
I
so
have a
lucky.
picture of the TV shot somewhere.
Oh, nice.
There's a jukebox in there. Apparently, you can play music all over the house just like me. So I'm like Elvis.
Dude, that's a badass
Just like
house. That's crazy.
Anyway, that's what the house looks like in the front.
It's like a white people house.
Yeah, it's very. I cut all the people out with that.
White lions. They got to steal everything from Africa. You see how they do this?
Yeah. That's his
Graceland. They took Elvis's name, mom's name, and just put it on white man's land. See how they do that?
See what they did? See what they did there?
This is a bat being made at the Louisville Slugger Factory.
Oh man!
Apparently-
Oh, look at that.
I am holding Ken Griffey Jr.'s bat there. That's a bat he used to bat with.
I would get kicked out of that place because I would just hold it like a penis and just be like, I'm Babe Ruth, bitch. Everyone listening to this podcast right now is like, I'd give up.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, that's what that's what it looks like outside.
That's
There's a
what
giant
my
bat.
cock looks like
Hell yeah.
This is just like
next
that.
to.
Yeah. Next to a building.
So this is the Kentucky Derby track, and that's the finish line of the Kentucky Derby. We went there.
There's some rednecks with money.
Yeah. Oh God! So when we were at the Kentucky Derby Museum, there was a big, giant, fat couple standing next to me on this tour, and the woman had a shirt that said, "I go on a diet. I just like chocolate too much."
Oh my god.
And the guy had a shirt that said, "PETA, people eating tasty animals," and then he had a hat on that said, "Kentucky Creation Museum." So I'm like,
I know.
Young
about
Earth
this.
creationists.
Yeah.
Have
I
you-
was in Orlando.
so
That's actually the version of science that I learned was young Earth creationism. So
Nice.
don't ask me any questions because I can't tell you.
yeah, I was just like, I am amongst the Trumps.
Intelligent design.
Well,
Intelligent
we
design.
theorized that during the Great Flood, instead of like a lot of rain, the water came up from the ocean floor.
Firmament. Yes.
Right.
And so and then the dinosaurs died because they didn't have enough. It changed the atmosphere,
See
so
how
they
they
couldn't
did that?
breathe. See how they did that? And then all the other stuff that science explains normally, it was God. God did that.
Yeah, Jesus. That's why.
See how we did that?
Hey, what's the baseball game, by the way?
So this is Cincinnati. This is the Reds, so this is where we were supposed to go the day that my dad got sick and I had to take him to the hospital, and then he was in the ICU for 3 days, in the hospital for 3 weeks.
It's a journey of healing.
So we finally did the Red Sox game.
Wait,
Ooh, a chipmunk.
Reds and the Reds.
The Reds. Sorry.
Who they play?
They played the.
Hey, go back to the chipmunk. It
They're
was
playing
so
the
cute.
Giants, and they got beat. We were bad luck. Both teams lost whenever we win. Then I was in Atlanta, and I was like, they have chipmunks here. And it was Outcast night, so I got Outcast bobbleheads, and Big Boy threw out the first pitch at the Braves game that night.
Nice.
Was the Outcast really there?
Yeah, Big Boy.
Oh, just Big Boy.
Yeah. Andre 3000 doesn't make
I
make appearances.
I did Big Boy did this thing in Knoxville. It was the Second Bell Festival.
yeah.
And I did comedy at the Second Bell Festival, and I have on my bio that I did comedy at the same venue as Big Boy.
Did you go before him?
I performed alongside of Big Boy.
Did he open for you or did you open for him?
I opened for him. I was in the construction site part of the venue.
This is sounding more and more Knoxville the more you describe it.
We drove through Knoxville.
We're going to swap some spit behind the fire station.
That was actually one of my favorite parts of the trip is that when we were in Cincinnati, we had to drive to Atlanta, so we drove through like eastern Kentucky through the Appalachian Mountains, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then we drove through Knoxville and Chattanooga, so I drove through
Chattanooga's great.
eastern
A lot of
Kentucky.
people say
eastern
they think the Smoky Mountains. They think, oh, it's smoky because of fires. No, it's because it's the fumes from the meth labs.
Right.
Delicious.
Right.
Just, hopefully you did you dodge a fentanyl as you're driving through there? You're like,
Yeah,
like
there were
Frogger,
a
just
few
like-
times like in those Kentucky hills that like they
Fentanyl.
said it was fog, but I'm pretty sure it was like aerosolized fentanyl, and so we had to hold our breath as we drove through the
Dad,
mountain
hold your
ranges.
breath.
That's a yellow one. Everybody
Just do
deep
the same
in.
way we do the same thing we do when we go through the Mexican part of town.
Yeah.
We're stinky.
They eat the
Hold your breath.
frijoles too much.
Yeah.
You know those insurance commercials with that guy? I'm Chaos, the boyfriend
Yeah,
from 30 Rock.
the guy from 30 Rock.
I'm going to do one for assholes. Hey, I'm your girlfriend's friend's boyfriend. We're out to lunch together. I'm going to fuck up this whole meal. For BPD people that just get in your life.
Yeah.
I got hired at your job. I'm going to ruin your life for 3 years. But you need asshole insurance.
Dude.
What do you
Hey,
think
guess
about?
what? I'm a total dick.
That reminds me of a bit I did about how like I'm not a jealous guy. Like if my fiance is like, hey, one of my old exes is in town and wanted to have lunch. I'm like, yeah, fine, go ahead. But if my best friend It's like, I'm having lunch with Kyle. I'm like, who the fuck is Kyle? What are you doing? Oh yeah, me and Kyle, we just played Halo all night. Halo?
You better be gay.
What game mode? Infection? That's our mode. That's how we met. What are you doing?
You bitch.
He's only jealous
Son of
when
a
it comes
bitch.
to friends. Yeah.
Whenever they tell a white guy good hustle at a football game, like a black guy tells a white guy good hustle, it's like when guys tell girls, "Good job, honey." You
Right.
did
Yeah. It's like
Did
a pat.
something.
It's like a head pat. It's a head pat.
Good hustle.
Oh, my
Most
favorite
improved.
in baseball was good eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good eye. Good eye.
Like
Yeah,
you almost
good
get
eye
hit
on the
with the
ball.
ball. They're
Good
like,
eye.
good eye.
Yeah.
That's Chris's Dan. He has his eye on the ball.
So I was at I was at the Braves game, and there was just the biggest, fattest, grossest family in front of me, and this
Nice.
lady
Nice.
had on old lady perfume to cover up her stench.
She looks like a table.
I know, she's huge, and she's shoveling one helmet of nachos into another helmet of
You caught her
nachos.
in action. Here we see the North American behemoth.
Yeah, wildebeest, and it was the smell was. I hate old lady perfume more than anything in the world.
You're
That's 'cause
skinny
you've
enough
nev-
now to make fun of fat people.
Yeah. I've crossed the threshold.
Disgusting.
Look at this fat bitch that I've never anything like.
So I took a picture of it and I sent it to Clay, and I said, "I've been smelling this old lady perfume. You're like, disgusting."
God, like, she's disgusting, but I do want to see her tits.
Yeah.
See them titties.
See how that goes. But yeah,
We'll see what they do when she runs, except she's never run once in her entire life.
Oh, you went to two? Oh, you went to Atlanta and Cincinnati.
yeah, right. So yeah, those were the
That's
pictures.
a Georgia pot plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. I went to the Angels game. They played Colorado.
Aren't they in like last place or next
No,
to
they're
last
second
place?
to last place.
Yeah.
They're like 35-60 or something like that.
Put on the video of Chris eating shit in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Want to see that? That's not
I gotta do
good.
that with the iPad.
It wasn't good. It was bad. I lost my brakes. I don't know. I like going out to California and hanging out with my family, but also I like to get laid. And there's just like no getting laid when you're staying at your family. Like every night, Kristen, we're going to bed. I'm like, hey, just she's like,
Give me a
"No."
little
Let me
something.
look at it.
She's like, I'm not fucking in your parents' house with the kids right next door and your dad like 30 feet away. Like, I'm not doing it. Which is like hard to blame.
You don't have to do anything. Just lie there.
Yeah, it's
You never do anything anyway.
You never.
Just do the same thing you
Yeah,
always do.
do the same thing you always do, nothing, and I'll do
Pretend
all the
to be
work. It's
asleep
fine.
or
Yeah.
sleep. Either way.
You just gotta make sure the bed, like, you just gotta,
Is that crankety?
I don't know, just be sneaky. I
We
don't know.
just gotta fuck. You gotta fuck on the floor. You can't fuck in the
What
bed.
do you think people
that's
in the 30s were doing in those one-room houses? They were fucking and their kids can hear them, and they
Yeah.
turned out fine. They were serial killers
were
and beat the
to-
shit
they
out of
were
their
totally
kids. It's fine.
They're totally fine.
We were having another workouting, and everybody's suggesting where we're going to go. They were talking about doing main event, which I've never done.
You
in
should
Georgetown.
suggest Cracker Barrel.
Golden Corral.
Cracker Barrel.
Can we go to the Golden Corral?
I'm having a cheat day today, and I went to Cracker Barrel, and that's the only meal I've had today
There has to
besides
be
some
an
brownies.
activity. What's the activity? Just being racist.
Yeah.
At the Cracker Barrel.
Ordering pancakes.
All this stuff
and
from the side of the
enjoying my
list.
privilege.
Do all those things at Cracker Barrel. We're going to organize.
We're gonna organize. We're gonna linear.
This is what I do at Cracker Barrel. I order some pancakes, and I enjoyed my white privilege.
That's right.
So
God
somebody
damn it.
suggested mani-pedi for our workouting.
Dude, I never had a mani, but pedicures are fucking
I've
awesome.
never wanted to even do that.
Just because you don't, it's because you're white.
Here goes Chris. Chris is about to have broccoli for breakfast.
Yeah. So sorry, this is a video on the screen.
It's only 24 seconds. Where is this? Is this in Circle C?
It's Savannah. Yeah, it's up just
Okay.
above Meridian.
Man, there's too many rocks.
It's rocky through the whole thing.
Can't go fast. You're going a lot faster in California.
Yeah, I was going a lot faster in California.
Then he turns around, and there's a mountain lion behind him.
yeah, dude, seriously.
I had to make sure the volume was on so I could hear you.
But welcome to Jackass.
Dude, I broke my bike. Like
Yeah.
my bike's broken, and so I called Kristen and I'm like, "Hey," and she's like, "Are you okay?" Because I never call on the ride unless I get hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Hey," and she's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "I'm fine." I'm like, "I just broke my bike. I don't have brakes."
Yeah.
Like my front brake actually like snapped off the handlebars, and the
You
other
never call
one
me at
was
work or initiate sex.
Yeah.
You call me when you get hurt on the trail.
So I was like, "Can you come get me?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm at Costco." I'm like, "Honestly, it'll be faster to ride home." And she's like, "You sound dazed right now." And I'm like, I'm not dazed. Like I'm fine.
You sound dazed because you're a woman, and women are always dazed and need to go to bed.
Oh,
I was playing
You sound like a
Uncharted,
bitch right now. How was that?
So I have something interesting I totally forgot about until just now. My buddy out there is a FBI agent, and he's retiring in 18 months. I've known this guy.
I'm an FBI agent. Whoa.
Is his name Johnny
Yeah, you're
Utah?
friends with Point Blank? That's cool.
So he's retiring in 18 months, and he's like, yeah, we're getting kind of drunk, and he's like, yeah, man, like retiring in 18 months. And he's like, some shit's going on right now where there's these documents that half the half the bureau wants to release, and the other half doesn't want to release about Martin Luther King committing sexual assault. And I was like,
That's what they threatened him with and told him to kill himself in the 60s.
Oh.
We got the dossier on you for slapping bitches. So just kill yourself.
This sounded like more than just slapping. It sounded like some rapiness.
Yeah, slapping with your fist.
Slapping with
penis.
slapping with his
God,
penis.
first Cosby and now this. I don't think I can handle it anymore.
All of our kings.
So yeah, literally.
I have a wet dream.
So yeah,
You heard it here first, folks.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So yeah,
Stamp it.
I was like, I don't know. I mean, I think that they should. I think they should do it. I think they should release it.
Yeah.
Like, what happens? Like, you don't release it, and then it leaks.
The truth is the truth. It's going to find its way.
Yeah, they should release it and then undo all those pesky civil rights laws.
Yeah. Fucking, what
We
was this?
specifically passed this law because we thought he was a good guy. Now that we know he was raping bitches, that means that we were wrong about the civil rights bill.
That's right.
What's his name?
That's right.
Lost his Super Bowl ring for having dogs fight each other.
Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never won a Super Bowl,
Oh,
did he?
didn't? I don't know. MVP. What
I
did
think
he
you're
get?
thinking about
Get a Heisman?
Now
Lance
Randy
Armstrong.
Moss lost the Heisman.
What
For-
did Randy Moss lose the Heisman for?
Well, he got the Heisman, but then they got all their wins stripped because they were cheating.
Have you ever heard of the Heisman maneuver where somebody's choking? You're like,
You're out of the family.
There's a hero over there.
So I got them
I'm
to
trying to
quit
score a
suggesting
touchdown.
the mani pedi at work because I started calling it a mani pedo. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to go
good.
get a mani pedo. It felt sexist. Like that's
Dude,
not,
you're going to
No,
love it.
You
You're
will
gonna
like
love
it, though. I've
Okay,
had it.
don't go with your fucking bullshit work friends. Go with your wife or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't the four of us do it, and we could broadcast
We should
from
go do
the
a
yeah.
Manny.
Yes, a man-y-petty.
A man-
See how I did that?
Yeah.
See how you did
See
that?
how they do that? See what they do?
We'll have to call it a mani pedo then.
Can we get a Manny Petty and a happy ending? I'm only doing it though if all
you, Spa.
four of us are
Only
in the
feet,
same
sir.
room.
Only feet.
With two
I've
girls,
never,
4
I've never
guys,
gotten a
Yeah.
manny.
Oh hell yeah!
middle out compression.
middle out compression, double Dutch rudder. Is that what it's called?
The girl who likes to.
I've
get
never
ski.
done the manny, but the petty is very
My daughter
ticklish.
gives me manicures
Especially the
and
stuff
it
on your
sucks.
feet. Like, I need to get my feet just like raw and massaged. Oh.
Man,
Dude,
they do that.
Asian women are great with white feet. It's,
I want to bring that Google Translate thing so I can read what they're saying.
Yeah.
I have it on with the microphone. Always dirty, like man, foot, gross.
what if she's like, I'm so turned on right
Yeah, I'm
now.
gonna suck these
I
toes.
just
So
want to
bad.
suck on his toes.
I wonder if his dick is the
I want to
same
give
size
a
as his
double-handed
big toe.
hand job to these middle-aged men.
I don't know about
You guys don't have to go next
about
door.
you, but I have all of these like little hangnail things all the time, and when they do the Manny, all that shit comes off. You don't have hangnails forever after that.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll just rip a hangnail out of my finger, and it's just, and it gets infected.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
gr-
it.
I don't
do
know.
it
I don't know
on
what
purpose.
where I was going with
It's
that.
not
I do that
good.
on purpose. I like it.
It's not good. No, I mean I do too. I have one right now.
Well,
Like,
shoot,
there's
it's
a
a
little bit right
nightmare.
here.
Look
It
at
doesn't- It hurts.
I always get one on one specific finger. I
Dude,
think
Kyle,
it's this finger.
Kyle Kinane
Yeah,
had
this
this
is-
bit. He was like,
pick
if
up your
God
ass.
didn't want me to have anxiety, then why did he give me all these cuticles?
Then I realized my
underrated.
autocorrect is fucking up my. I have Teams on my phone, so I can talk to people at work on through my phone without being at work on the laptop. So I was asking for a sick day, and it autocorrected to suck day. So I asked my boss for a suck day.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
His
Hell
boss
yeah.
is a woman. So
I say
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
sucks so much otherwise on my phone, so it just autocorrects sick to suck for some reason.
I've never had a boss that I'd want a suck day from.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I have.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
current one.
No,
No,
no.
not
He's
him.
I worked at Amazon. They were like they They had like a thing like if you had the highest rate or whatever, you could pie your boss in the face.
Nice.
And I was like, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. I'd like a cream pie my boss.
Yeah.
Another kind of pie. Was
Josh,
she in Amazon?
Hmm?
She's a big black lady.
No, she's a thick white.
A
she was
white.
a thick white.
No, just a
She's
thick
a
white.
Just a thick white.
She's
yeah.
a thick white.
She's a table.
She was a
She was cute. I wanted to cheat on my
Couple circles.
ex with her.
You
Should have.
You should have.
I should have. She was married though. It would have been tricky.
That's
Dude, this is
fine.
our Bill and
That's her
Ted's Excellent
problem.
Adventure. We go back and tell ourselves to cheat on every
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
before we got
Cheat
to
on
the-
her before she cheats on
Dude,
you,
this is going to end
Padawan.
poorly. Trust me.
If I had a time
Just
machine, I
do
wouldn't
it.
stop Hitler. I would go back and cheat.
Yeah, you got a time machine. You can still have to stop Hitler. You
That's
have all
true.
the time in the world.
That's true. You
I'm
have a
gonna go
time
get my
machine.
favorite pizza
Yeah.
from Virginia's the mall. When I was
Dude,
little
I
from
am
Time
not
Blind.
going to a country where I don't speak any of the fucking language and kill a baby. Are you insane?
It didn't work out last time. I tried it once and it wasn't good.
Man, I was out there the whole time. I never went to LA once. I was over it. I didn't really like. Donnie has all these pictures. He did all this
It's
shit.
just too
I,
Mexican over there.
I literally just sat around and avoided Mexicans the whole time. I was like, nope.
Have you had a hamburger?
Stay where it's nice and white and red.
You guys
Yeah.
want to get some Italian food?
Have you all had a hamburger at a Mexican restaurant?
Oh,
I heard they are
oh,
way
bro.
better.
Bro,
Like the
the
Knox.
hamburgers in LA at the Mexican joints
Yeah.
are fucking
Yeah,
legit as
they
hell.
say
always
that
feel like-
Mexican hamburgers where it's at.
I always,
Joe.
I always feel like ordering a hamburger in a Mexican restaurant is just being like, I don't accept your culture.
Yeah, it feels weird. But you know the guys in the back are like, the
Wait.
fucking white guy ordered a hamburger.
Yes,
Let's show him how
yeah.
we do it.
Well, there's these
Like they're
places
showing
out
off.
there. You know here like there's these
Bite burgers.
hamburger joints like Dan's Burgers or
You ever get the fajitas at Dan's
Shortstop.
Burgers?
No, that feels wrong.
White people fajitas. It's co-opting this.
I came here to eat a burger, not a fucking gordita.
Well, look. First of all, I've been into a lot of restaurant kitchens, and all food is Mexican food. So
Yeah.
let's get that out of the way. But like out in California, there's a ton of these places that are burger joints, and they have Mexican food too.
Yeah.
And both the Mexican food and the burgers are super super legit.
Yeah.
The best place is called A's Burgers. Like a shout out to A's Burgers.
Is
AIDS burgers.
A's Burgers. Yeah.
Mm.
Did you guys?
My dad died of fat AIDS.
Fades.
It's type 2 diabetes.
Did you guys watch the Olympics? Did anybody watch the Olympics?
I've been
No,
watching it.
I've
Yeah,
never
we
watched.
watched it the whole time in hotel rooms. Anytime we had like an afternoon or an evening, we're just sitting there watching the Olympics.
I don't watch normal shit on it though. I watch slalom canoeing, mountain biking, judo, and wrestling, and
watch
table
ping pong.
tennis.
I hate the Olympics because I don't want to watch it, and then people start memeing about it.
Yeah.
This year's been
And-
great though with the memes.
Yeah,
didn't
the
watch any of it.
breakdancing.
God, the
Have you seen
breakdancing
that?
chick is the most amazing thing that I've seen. In
And
my
that
don't know
guy
about
beat
it.
up that lady. I was like, "What is this?
Oh
The
my God.
Irish marriage boxing Olympics?"
yeah. Man. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring up the.
But I don't like it because I didn't. Okay, so I didn't like Bud Light before they put that tranny on the canny. And then all of a sudden, all these fucking right wing guys are like, "I hate Bud Light now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, you should have hated it before. That's how I feel about the Olympics right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
You're gonna watch
That's a
the
good point.
gay Olympics?
Dude, all my jokes about France being the gayest place on earth are now like trending because I've been making those already.
Yeah.
France is gay. They are obviously. That's the whole thing. They smoke cigarettes and they wear gay hats.
Dude, back in the
They
40s,
lose,
that's how
they
you
surrender every
described
war.
a gay person. He's a little bit French.
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
he do? Surrender to the Germans?
He's a little bit French in the loafers.
By the way, my kids told me the other day that the joke about
Dude, how am I not in the Olympics?
Yeah.
I could do that.
So the story about this is that she's a 36-year-old feminist professor who specializes in some type
Useless
of like
facts.
DEI dance programs,
Okay.
and she's the one that they sent to the Olympics.
Is her name really Ray Gun?
Yeah, her name is Rachel Gunn or something, and so she goes by Ray Gunn. This is the full thing. It's ridiculous that it's even an Olympic sport.
Is this where
'cause
they
it's
do the
stupid.
sumo wrestling also?
B girls, okay. She's got a look on her face like I'm about to blow these motherfuckers' minds.
Again, she really defaults to lying down a lot, just like Last of Us.
Dude,
2. She's really
dude,
good at just lying there and not doing anything.
Friggin' sissy, dude.
Sissy.
The winner of the women's breakdancing
See, France,
Olympics
sissy.
specializes in lying down and doing nothing.
Imperatrice en.
Donnie and I were talking about trad wife culture recently. Have you guys heard about this?
Trad wife?
Yeah.
Like traditional wives?
Yeah.
These hot girls that get on Twitter.
Hot girls who give the right wing simp money.
Yeah, they're trying to like
fuck
tell
yeah.
people they have to have kids, and they say faggot a lot, and they're real racist.
It's come full circle.
Yeah, there's I'm gonna come full
Or-
circle next time I watch it.
Dude.
Yeah, get yourself a trad wife.
But if you were traditional and a woman, you would shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't
You
be
wouldn't
on
be
the
on
internet,
fucking
on
Instagram.
like
Yeah.
freaking.
You're going to go to church, you're going to sit down until it's
not
over.
very traditional
Right.
of you to be not in the kitchen making me a sandwich right now. What are you doing on
is
YouTube
this like
channel?
a fucking dance off? Is that what's going on?
Breakdancing is an Olympic sport now.
I mean, I know,
Yeah,
but
and it's a dance
it's
off
dance
where there's
off.
a DJ and there's MCs and shit.
What the fuck is this?
That's
crazy
how my
bitch
ex-girlfriend tried to beat me up. The over-the-head haymakers over and over again.
The great thing is she practiced this.
Yeah.
That's what they say when I go to an open mic. Rehearse that?
He sat down and he wrote that down on a piece of paper.
doing? What the fuck is this, dude?
It's so bad. But it's so great. It's like
Do they get to pick the song?
It's like the
Just pick
dance from
freestylers?
Napoleon Dynamite.
it's like
Yeah.
if the American
He
Idol
just won in 1
Dude,
second.
yeah,
yeah,
one
just
second,
one
yeah.
in 1 second.
Guys,
She's like,
like-
what?
Yeah. It's like if the American Idol judges just kept letting the retard
This
from
is
the
like
beginning
this
win.
is like Hoist Gracie in the first match of the UFC. That's what this was.
Where's the cardboard? How come they don't have any cardboard?
Yeah, this is racist.
This guy.
It's
this
a
guy's
French
fucking-
guy and a white woman.
What the fuck? This dude's
No,
killer.
that's a woman. That's the
Or
other
this-
problem with the Olympics this year is that a lot of the chicks look like dudes.
Did you just assume their gender?
I did. I gender
Wow.
assumed.
I mean, she's way better.
Way better.
I mean, that's
it
what you
doesn't
think
even-
of with a breakdancer, not some 36-year-old freaking
Dude,
Taylor
I love
Lorenz
her.
white
She's
woman.
like, I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Check
Look at this.
out
She's
this
doing the
move.
stanky leg.
out this move where I recline on the floor and
That
do
black
nothing.
dude in the back's like, this bitch can't dance.
Everybody's just like stone-faced watching
Oh
her
my
like,
God.
what?
This is like the girl that went before PZ at the FPIA. Everyone was like, "Is this your first time?"
Yeah.
Yeah, your tits are kind of big. You're pretty good. No, it was great. It
She's
was
just kinda
great.
like
Funny bags.
dragging herself across the floor.
She's like, "I don't want to get out of bed.
She's
I
throwing
don't
a
wanna take a
tantrum.
job or go to work."
She's literally sucking her thumb.
Oh, man. Oh, dude. All right, sissy. Let's see it. Oh,
Oh shit! What do you think?
I
about
lie
that?
down the trick again. Check me out.
They scissored later, right?
Writhing around.
That needs to be an Olympic freaking sport.
Scissoring?
dude.
Yeah.
I'd rather have scissoring than fucking breakdancing.
Dude, yeah, you'd be the first person to make another woman come from scissoring on TV.
Have you guys heard of the auto blow?
no.
There's a new fleshlight that blows you. It's got a robot in there. It's like a machine. It's the auto blow. It's advertised on Lemon Party and a bunch of other podcasts.
I feel like
Wow.
that's a good way to get your dick turned into
Hey,
hamburger
look at
meat.
that. That's good breakdancing
Yeah.
that
Dude.
French chick just did.
It'd be really funny if some guy that was married and wanted to buy the auto blow.
She's yawning.
She's like, no, this ain't shit.
This is a bit, right? This is like something you would see on SNL.
Yeah.
If
That's-
they-
everybody
what they
said
should
it's like-
do,
she's like the Will Ferrell character, thinks he can breakdance,
Yeah.
but it's a woman.
Yeah.
Semi-pro.
Yeah.
they should literally just recreate this like shot for shot on
Yeah.
SNL.
No, yeah. Just like how they, whenever
The Brett
Tina
Kavanaugh?
Fey was the Brett Kavanaugh.
remember
thing
that?
Where he just said the thing that Brett
Yeah.
Kavanaugh
Yeah.
said. Yeah. Or
I
Tina
like
Fey
beer.
did the same thing where she just literally said the exact same thing that Sarah Palin had said in a debate.
Yeah.
Look at the votes. You see the results.
Oh my god, dude.
I got robbed. She's like, I got robbed.
So
Well,
speaking.
there's the score.
Oh my god, that's brutal.
18-0. Sissy beat Ray Gun.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, I'd say that's
Yeah.
about right.
I mean, if you wanted us to take this,
I'm gonna go
seriously-
out there and I'm gonna dance my little cunt off.
The numbers.
I'll
speak for
show
themselves.
them.
Donnie, look up the auto blow machine. I want to see how much it is. for the dick because we looked up that Chinese dick suck machine. So now you can order one. It's like I think it's like a fleshlight.
My kids told me that SNL used my bit about voting for Biden being elder abuse.
Yeah.
And all of them, my 2 kids, when I said that joke at first, they yawned and rolled their eyes so hard. They're like, "Oh my God, Dad, really?" And then a couple days ago, they're like, "Dad, on SNL, they said that voting for Biden would be elder abuse, just like you said." I'm like, "Fuck you guys."
This proves that SNL is shit.
SNL's really gone downhill.
So it's $900 if you want to auto blow.
The vacuum glide.
So if you told your wife that you wanted to buy one, she'd probably be like, "We can't afford that."
You know, I saved some money for
You'd be
some
like, "I
some
don't
wedding
think I can
rings.
afford to be married.
I
Anymore.
have some money saved up for wedding
Oh,
rings.
It's time for
Uh,
choose a cleaner.
They literally call it
Fap
Fap Lube.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Look at
video?
the
How does it
little.
work?
That's aggressive.
Where's the hole? I don't even
Water-based
see a
lube.
hole
Yeah,
on it. How does it work?
Yeah. Everyone.
I saved up some money for wedding rings, and I might just use it on that instead.
Yeah.
Heath, I found the Reddit comments on your Kill Tony set. It said, "If the underfoot or whatever guy had a twat, he would have been on the secret show. He was hilarious. Red Van just doesn't respond to you unless he wants to sniff your panties."
Thanks for calling me underfoot.
I did a deep dive on Heath. I found your IMDb. You have an IMDb.
Yeah, somebody told me.
I did.
Oh, you told me
Yeah.
you have an IMDb. Like, what the fuck?
And it's just on Kill Tony as self. That's the only
Hey,
thing on there.
nice.
What they don't know is I was on the news in like 2010, commenting about Christmas traffic in Tyler, Texas.
That's yourself.
if you're a real fan, find that video.
That's a deep cut.
That's a deep into YouTube. Yeah.
And then I found your old Wake the Dead set on YouTube. I've been wanting to go back.
Is that the one where I did the bit about
It was all weight loss
losing
stuff.
weight?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I just want to dance in the Olympics.
So did you hear about the boxing controversy in the Olympics?
No,
That,
the
like
man-
the
man penis
Albanian chick and the Italian chick were fighting, and the Italian chick stopped the fight after one punch, saying, "I just can't. I've never been hit so hard in my life because that's a man." And then,
Hey, break my spaghetti.
and then the Algerian chick got got disqualified from her previous competition by some Russian agency that said that she tested XY.
Dude,
instead
she
of
had
XX.
she had some abusive exes. If she's like, "What? That's fucking just like Jeremy."
She's Italian.
I recognize that technique.
So now that
Only
whole
a-
thing has gone all the way, and she just won the gold.
She's one punch man.
Yeah,
The
so
Italian chick or the
no,
Albanian?
the look if you Google Olympics trans boxer, it comes up.
Just put on Imam
Khalif.
Yeah, there it is. There's a one punch knockout.
And,
or it's over.
And so it's this huge thing about like she's like possibly Russian.
That's a beautiful woman. I don't know what
propaganda.
the hell they're talking about.
That's
Look
a
at her.
beautiful
She's sexy.
woman. Look at her fucking cock. It's,
Yeah, beautiful.
her arms.
Cheers, balls. I love it.
Yeah, and I think the boxer that she beat was trans too. It's like every like
Well, that adds
woman
up
that
to
looks
one
like a
woman
man,
total.
they're like trans. Well,
If
the
a
right wing
trans-
has gone crazy about the trans shit this year.
If a
Is
trans
she really
fights a
trans?
that
I
adds up
can't
to
tell.
one woman total.
Well, if you can't tell, then I can't tell.
Yeah,
If there's not
What
a cock
happens in
on the
Vegas?
field, play ball is what I say.
right.
What happens in Algeria stays in Algeria.
She was disqualified during the 2023 International Boxing Association's World Boxing Championships for failing to meet eligibility requirements for the women's competition, though they have defended her right to compete in the Paris game and called their decision arbitrary. But that IBA, the people who said that she tested XY, there's some like crooked-ass Russian organization. So everybody's like, see? But then they also won't release any evidence
No.
that she is a woman.
This
so it's
is
getting
woman.
crazy.
Can we
This
see the
is
fight? I wanna
woman.
see the fight. I still haven't
Look,
seen the
she's
fight.
woman. Look at her pussy.
Everybody freaked out about this fight.
She is
They're like,
woman. Let her fight. I have a lot of money on this.
We just watched a man beat a woman.
Right.
This is what liberalism has come to, or whatever.
So this is
It's
this
a
is
short fight, right? It's one punch. It's over.
I mean, she does not look like a chick.
Yeah. Look
That-
like the Italian
that
girl
very
didn't
much
listen
looks
good
like
to
a
make a
dude to
sandwich.
me.
Well, this was a moment of history. It happened earlier today in France at a major
I think it's just them talking about it. I want to see the actual clip.
Yeah.
Dude, it's got to be tough for those Fox News guys being like, well, it's a trans person, but this woman is being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My spaghetti. There it is.
That.
Bam.
Yeah, this one. Yeah,
And I quit.
and that wasn't even that big of a hit. Hard of a hit. I think that the Italian chick was just trying to make a scene.
That's a right cross. Just put her weight into it.
Yeah.
That
She's
sounds like
"Oh,
a.
I've never been hit so hard in my life. Even my husband, he no punching me this hard when he get mad after drinking the vino.
Remind me of Giuseppe.
Yeah,
Trust me, my nose doesn't look this
Giuseppe
fucked
hit
up
it just
'cause I'm
that
Italian.
hard.
yeah.
He punched me in the face. I'm
Yeah.
Italian.
She hit my Italian nose so hard it looks normal now. She bashed her.
look at that fucking
pussy.
bicep, man.
Is that the pre-op
Can you scroll
photo
up a
on
little bit?
the on the
What is
right?
above there? There was a
Look
vagina.
like a vagina up of it. Let's see.
Chris, you missed 2 good bits from last week.
Tell me him.
I was going to do a seance of a diversity where everyone's diverse, and
Yeah.
it goes and everybody brings up their grandparents.
Yeah.
But then it gets to the white guy, and he's like, "You guys don't want to hear what my grandfather has to say. It's not going to be good for anybody in this room." But then Donnie put a tag on it.
How could you let these people into your house?
What has happened to America? And Donnie was like, "What
Wake
if they
up,
had
white
a
people."
seance with all Asians and all their grandfather was Genghis Khan? They just all keep bringing up the same ancestors because he fucked everybody." And that tied in good with my the black preppy kid at the club yelling at the bouncer, "Do you know who my father is? Anyone, please? Does anyone know who my father is?"
He left for cigarettes 25 years ago. Oh, nice. Well, in fairness, all of our grandfathers probably Genghis Khan, not just the Asians.
It's just funnier because it's probably more direct.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Slightly more direct.
The idea that
Right.
who's your ancestor? It's Genghis
Yeah,
Khan.
just
Well, I think
Yeah.
Asians are Genghis Khan. The whites are Charlemagne, right?
Oh,
Alexander the Great.
It's a little older, right?
Yeah, I guess that's before all that.
I didn't go to college. I don't know about this shit.
Yeah.
Charlemagne fucked a lot of women, and Genghis Khan did. So,
Yeah.
and he also wiped out a good chunk of the human population from back then, along with the bubonic plague. Did you know the Mongols were responsible for spreading the plague to Europe?
Like the motorcycle gang?
No, the. All right,
retarded people?
that's been our time. This has been the god awful gospel hour. I'm Donnie. No, there was no such thing as germ theory, but they noticed that people kept getting sick and dying.
Anytime the Mongols would come through.
No, the Mongols, their troops were getting sick and dying.
Oh, okay. So they were going through. Yeah.
And they were sieging this castle, and they started putting bodies in the trebuchets or catapults or whatever and flinging them over the castle walls.
Mm-hmm.
And they were out in the open, so they could like quarantine or whatever. So they flung the bodies into the castle, and then it just spread, and it wiped everybody out except for a few people who escaped on ships and ended up in like Italy or whatever.
It was the 100 Days War, but the 100 Days was just waiting for them to all get sick and die.
Yeah,
in
it's
your
pretty
bunker.
much. Yeah, those guys
It's
are
just nice
ruthless,
window
man.
war.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
So they knew. Hey, if we just throw the bodies in, they'll all get sick. Cause
Yeah.
whatever's making us sick is in us. So
Why aren't they
yeah.
attacking our gates?
Yeah.
I think they're gone.
I feel good.
All right.
That's been our updates for this week. I hope everybody is happy and had a great time.
You see, updates is when they take a date and they put it up. And see how they did that? That's how they do that.
That's how they do that.
I just hope there's more root beer in the.
Dude, I want another one of those.
Yeah. I'll make us another one.
Days to
Sweet.
come.
We're gonna make some more drinks.
We're gonna get fucked up. Later, nerds.
Have some cream dreams.
Bye.